Whoa, where am I? I think it's hell. I see a strange house. What's he doing here in the middle of hell? As I looked around, I realized that this house was more than just a structure. It radiated light against the darkness of hell and seemed to have a life of its own. There was an unusual chill inside the house, and there was a silence in the air broken only by my footsteps. I realized that this house was a sanctuary, the last stronghold of hope in this merciless place. It was my job to protect it at all costs, to keep the light shining in the darkness. Okay, let's start by building cannon supports out of obsidian blocks. Obsidian is a material known for its strength and resistance to explosions, making it an ideal choice for building cannon supports. Once the foundation was ready, we set about installing the first cannons. They were massive and imposing, and each promised incredible power in the fight against the dark forces. Once the cannons were in place, I began work on the redstone system. It was a daunting task, requiring precision and attention to detail. I laid out redstone tracks connecting each cannon to a central control point. This would allow us to control all the cannons simultaneously, creating a coordinated firing range. After hours of work, the system was ready. I pressed a button and the cannons fired a single powerful volley, illuminating the hellish landscape with flashes of light. Now we were ready to defend the sanctuary against any threat from the depths of hell. So, we set about creating a similar defense system on the right side of the sanctuary. First, we dug deep trenches and laid a base of obsidian, which is renowned for its strength and ability to withstand even the most powerful explosions. Each block was carefully stacked to provide maximum protection. Once the base was ready, we installed new cannons similar to the ones on the left. They were equipped with the latest developments in combat vehicles and were ready to repel any attack. I then proceeded to lay the redstone chains that would connect the cannons to the central control panel. This would allow us to synchronize fire on both sides of the sanctuary. The work took time and effort, but the result was worth it. Now, with dual defenses, the sanctuary was ready to repel any threats, and we could feel even more confident in our last bastion of light amidst the shadows of hell. With the fortification of the right side, our sanctuary became truly a fortress. We did not limit ourselves to just the obsidian base and cannons, but added additional mechanisms. In this way, we were prepared for any challenges the dark corridors of hell might bring us. Our sanctuary became a symbol of our skill and determination to survive and win in this ruthless world. We could now go about the business of studying the ancient artifacts and secrets that were stored within its walls, knowing that our defenses were secure. Continuing our work, we proceeded to install the hidden mines. The base for them, as planned, was made of obsidian to provide maximum protection from accidental explosions and not to damage the structure of the sanctuary. The mines were masterfully disguised as infernal blocks, blending in perfectly with the surrounding landscape. This was the main secret of their effectiveness, the impossibility of distinguishing them from ordinary hell blocks. We placed them in strategically important places, where the probability of enemy passage was the greatest. Each mine was equipped with a pressure sensor that activated as soon as someone stepped on the block. The explosion was powerful and capable of inflicting serious damage, but thanks to the obsidian base, the blast wave did not spread beyond the limits of the cloaked block. Thus, we not only strengthened the sanctuary's defenses, but also added an element of surprise to our defensive strategy. Opponents now had to be extremely cautious when walking through lands we knew like the back of our hand. Our sanctuary became even more impregnable, and we could continue our research and experiments with confidence, knowing that any uninvited guest would be met appropriately. Applying the same strategy, we proceeded to plant mines on the other side of the sanctuary as well. This was a crucial step to increase the chances of undermining opponents who might try to attack us from an unexpected direction. We carefully chose the locations for the mines, taking into account the possible routes of approach of the enemies. Each mine was camouflaged in the same way as the previous ones, as infernal blocks and equipped with pressure sensors. The obsidian base ensured that the explosion would not damage our structure or the environment. Now, Now that the minefield was ready, we moved on to the next phase of our defensive measures, the installation of underground spikes. Although they were not a special focus of our strategy, their presence was necessary for an additional layer of defense. The spikes were placed so as to remain inconspicuous until the very last moment. They were hidden beneath the surface of the ground, covered in infernal blocks, and would only activate upon direct contact. These spikes served not only as a physical barrier to enemies, but also as a psychological element, instilling fear and uncertainty into the hearts of those who dared to approach our sanctuary. Their sharp ends, capable of piercing even the strongest armor, were ready to meet anyone who dared to disturb our peace. With the underground spikes in place, our defenses became even more layered. The attack was on, and this time it was the Piglins. They came in large numbers, their ominous cries echoing across the infernal expanse. But we were ready. I remembered everything I had been taught, how to use every trap and every weapon to defend our sanctuary. First, I activated the alert system. Powerful sirens filled the air, warning of danger. Then I activated the redstone mechanism, and the traps came to life. I think it was a dream. Wait, what? Piglins outside the window? It wasn't a dream? We've got to get out of here now. There's a portal open somewhere. They've gotten into our world. The Piglins, using their cunning skills, had found a way to open a portal directly to our world. The situation demanded immediate action.